Hello, I'm Patrick Barnard. I'm here in Montreal. It is March 31st, 2023. I'm a member of the board of the Green Coalition, a nonpartisan environmental group here in Montreal, along with a group called Technoparc Oiseau. That's a birding group with a lot of members. Along with them, the Green Coalition has been trying to save a threatened wetland system here in Montreal. I've written a number of pieces about this, so I'm going to read one of them here into the record. I'm doing this on purpose. I'm sending this around to many people in the world. So I'm just going to read it out loud now and read it into the record here on the web. How We Lose Wetlands by Patrick Barnard. Over the last two generations, both Canada and Quebec have lost 90% of their urban wetlands because of relentless development. And among Canadian cities, Montreal is the champion of urban sprawl. This metropolis has only one unprotected wetland system left on the island, so you would think that everything possible will be done to conserve such a natural space. Unfortunately, no one really cares about conserving wetlands, and what you do not value, you do not keep. This particular invaluable area of remaining biodiversity in Montreal is now under threat, and it consists of a 215-hectare web of wetlands north of Pierre Elliott Trudeau Airport. It is known as the Technoparc wetland system, and it includes marshes, fields, and woodland, all linked together in an ecological community that emerged from renaturalized farmland. But the area was really little known until a Montreal and Ontario birding expert, Mr. Joël Coutu, discovered in 2014 its abundant avian life. He founded the group Technoparc Oiseau that now has more than 4,000 members. The group's popularity is understandable since the latest eBird count for observations at Montreal's Technoparc is 215 different species that have been seen, making the ecosystem the prime birding area on the island of Montreal. At the very same time that the bird watchers began to come in 2015, two marshes were drained, a road to nowhere was built. The local SkyTrain project, it's known as the Réseau Express Métropolitain, leveled a whole stand of trees where herons nested, and then proceeded to tunnel under a marsh on a path to the airport just south. Destructive development was coming to those marshes. The fragmentation of the wetland system began with a technical analysis in 2013, justifying the filling in of 7.17 hectares of this marshland as part of a permit request to Quebec's Ministry of Sustainable Development, Environment, Wildlife, and Parks. That technical report consisted of a specious distinction between marsh area of, quote, great ecological importance, unquote, and an identical contiguous space that was supposedly much less valuable, all in order to rationalize, quote, the filling in of wetlands of a lower ecological value, unquote. Once begun, fragmentation started destroying the wetlands and their biodiversity. The Airport Authority, Les Aéroports de Montréal, known as the ADM, even tried unsuccessfully to put an industrial plant right on top of monarch butterfly fields in this area that are a crucial part of the ecosystem. Then, in what seemed to be a peak of anger, ADM razed those very fields where the monarchs feed and reproduce. But eventually, after a great deal of public civic anger, the City of Montreal indicated that it would like to conserve up to 175 hectares of this ecosystem. Still, the City of Montreal has done little to make that aspiration real. At the federal level, the Canadian government has also talked loudly about creating new urban conservation areas and has been lobbied intensely by environmentalists about saving the whole Technoparc ecosystem. Environment Minister Guilbeault here in Canada has indicated that he would like to conserve these lands, and that goal is feasible since Transport Canada owns 155 hectares of this zone. But Montreal's airport authority, Les Aéroports de Montréal, the ADM, is the land lessee and cherishes 1960s development dreams for the ecosystem. ADM has also the year of the federal transport minister, Mr. Alghabra, and in the Trudeau cabinet discussion, transport has trumped environment. So, quote, economic development, unquote, it is, even though 26 Montreal boroughs and municipalities have passed resolutions urging Canada to preserve the Technoparc wetlands and their crucial ecology. That's the way biodiversity loss works. Bad analysis, foolish actions, inexorable fragmentation, and government failure to stand up for nature. Want to know how to lose a wetland? Montreal and Canada can show you how.